Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, what are the different primitive data types we have in Java? The answer is, there are 8 primitive data types we have in Java. Primitive means non-object oriented basic data types. Okay, primitive means non-object oriented. They're not associated. Only these primitive data types are non-object oriented in Java, because of which Java is not 100% object oriented programming language. Remaining portion of Java except this primitive data types is object oriented, but primitive data types are non-object oriented. Primitive means non-object oriented basic data types. Okay, basic level data types. We have 8 primitive data types. What are they? Let me write down them for you. What are the different primitive data types? Total 8, count is 8. So they are nothing but, it starts with byte, guys. Okay, byte is the first data type. Then we have short, then we have int, then we have long, then we have float, and then we have double. Then we have char, and then we have boolean. So these are the total 8 primitive data types. Why I have separated them? I gave a space here, I gave a space here, I gave a space here. Why? Because all these 4 data types will store numbers, non-decimal numbers, okay? Normal numbers, integer value kind of numbers, okay? They will store. Whereas coming to float and double, if a variable which is declared with float or double data type, that particular variable, we can store decimal values, okay? If you want to store normal numeric non-decimal type of values, integer values into the variables, then we have to declare the variables with this first 4 data types. Or if you want to store decimal values into that variables, then you have to declare that variables with these data types. If you want to store single letter character surrounded by single quotes into that variable, then you have to declare that with char data type. That single letter character can be a character, number, or a symbol. And finally, we have a last primitive data type, that is Boolean, where if you declare a variable with the Boolean data type, you can only store 2 type of values, either true or false. Those are the Boolean values, okay? So these are the 8 primitive data types we have in Java. All these primitive data types are non-object oriented. Why they are non-object oriented? Why Java developers have decided these primitive data types to be non-object oriented? The reason is these are used for many things in Java programming. Okay, to store data, we need these primitive data types. For storing data also, if you use object oriented, Java developers felt that in the long back, they have felt that, okay, that will consume a lot of memory. Okay, and because of it, the performance, memory allocation, everything will get affected. Okay, so they made it a lightweight and less memory utilization concept. And now we have very good systems available, but still, guys, okay, Java developers still felt that why to waste the memory when there is an opportunity of saving it. Okay, so they still kept it as non-object oriented type. Okay, though other programming languages, even this kind of concept is everything is object oriented there, 100% object oriented. But Java is not 100% object oriented till now also. The reason behind that is this primitive data types, which are basic non-object oriented data types in Java. Okay, for basic operations, we use this for storing the data and all. Okay, so fine. Anyhow, I'm going to create a class to demonstrate this different 8 primitive data types we have in Java. So I'll just name this class some random name and with main method. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to declare variables with different data types. Byte A is equal to 9, short B is equal to 121, then int C is equal to a big number I will give, for example, long D is equal to, okay, then I'll give float E is equal to, okay, then double F is equal to some different numbers I'm giving. Just an example, guys, okay? I'm demonstrating different data types for you, that's it, okay? Char G, I can put a symbol or a character or number, anything in place of that, in between that single quotes. Then finally Boolean H, either true or false, I can assign, okay? So this is an example of different primitive data types we have in Java. There are totally 8 are there: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, Boolean. So hope guys with practical demonstration, you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.